Good afternoon, sirs and ma'ams. Please let's remain standing as we welcome the 16th president and members of the council to the 33rd annual general meeting of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria.
Hello. Good morning, professional colleagues. It is my joy to welcome you to the 32nd Annual General Meeting, 33rd Annual General Meeting that is held physically and virtually. You're all welcome. We're starting the meeting immediately, and we shall be taking the national anthem, followed by the CITN anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace all battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build our nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty Nigeria may be blessed.
We uphold integrity and service. With God on our side, we shall attain the dreams of our founding fathers to achieve a tax-driven economy. CITN, CITN, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, promoting tax compliance culture. CITN is soaring higher. CITN, CITN, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, promoting
very much. Let's have our seat. Please. Sorry, just before we have our seat, can we still be upstanding? I'd like to call on our revered past president, Dame Olajumoke, please, to lead us in the opening prayer to commence this meeting. Dame.
Shall we pray? Our Father and our Lord, we want to thank you for this moment. We want to thank you, Lord, for the beginning of this CITN. For our past, we want to thank you. For our present, Lord, we want to thank you. And for our tomorrow, we leave it into your hands, because everything that is left in your hands will flourish. And so, Father, Lord, we thank you, because as we take on this AGM today, it's going to be another step to greater heights for CITN. Thank you, Lord, as we continue to deliberate on moving the institute forward. Guide us, teach us, tell us what to do, and tell us how to do them. In Jesus' mighty name I have prayed. Amen.
Thank you very much, Ma. So once again, I'd like to welcome all our distinguished professional colleagues. And at this point in time, I'm going to yield the meeting over to the 16th president to take over the proceedings. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our registrar. Good morning, ladies, or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant, beautiful day in the city of Lagos. To our members online, good afternoon. Good to have you joining us for the AGM, the 33rd annual general meeting of our great institute. It's good to know that we are moving in leaps and bounds. And so I welcome you all. To the father of the institute, the doyen, Chief David Ajibola Olonleke, FCTI, I recognize you. I know you are always with us in body and in spirit. Thank you for all you have done for our institute. Thank you for the seed you sowed several years ago. Our incoming, soon to become the president, the 17th, who is seated by my right, Mr. Innocent Oagwa, I greet you. The Deputy Vice President, Mr. Simon Kato, FCTI, the Honorary Treasurer who is joining us via Zoom, other ESCO members, the IPP, council members in our midst. I can see Mrs. Dr. Mrs. Arukoyo in our midst. Others, I think they are coming as some. Those who are joining online. Alhaji Adamu Bello, good morning, all council members. I will thank you appropriately when we get there. Our refer past president, and let me recognize PP Fasuto, who is representing the doyen, another past president in our midst. The registrar chief executive of our great institute, the woman who is blazing the trail, Mrs. Afolake Oso, FCTI. I recognize our legal advisors, the external auditor, Ijewere & Co., led by Mr. Kunle Oyetoyan, FCTI. Our great men at the district level, the district chairman, the chairperson, national chairperson of Street, who doubles as a council member, chairman of various state internal revenue services, doing great job at the various subnationals, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon once again. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the 33rd Annual General Meeting of our Institute. And before we commence, we need to stay focused on humanity. That is the number one thing that has brought us together. And in the course of activities in the past 1 year, we know that some of our members have gone to the great beyond. So it is only good. Some are with us in this AGM last year. Some were still around recently. A senior member who retired recently from Lagos State government died. She has honored us on several occasions, and other people. So may I call on all of us to stand and observe 1 minute silence in respect of these people. May the souls of the faithful departed rest in perfect peace. Let's have our seat. On this note, I will call on the Registrar Chief Executive, Mrs. Afolake Oso, FCTI, to confirm if the quorum for this necessary quorum for this meeting has been formed.
President, I hereby confirm that the quorum for this meeting has been formed, as we have some of our members online as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, meaning that we can go ahead. So, having confirmed that a quorum has been formed for the purpose of this meeting, I now call on the Registrar Chief Executive to read the notice of the 33rd Annual General Meeting for our adoption. So, the Registrar.
Notice of the 33rd Annual General Meeting. Notice is hereby given that the 33rd Annual General Meeting of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria shall be held in hybrid formats, both physical and virtual, as follows. Date, Wednesday, 4th of June, 2025. Venue at the CITN Multipurpose or Tax Professional House. Time, 12 noon. And the agenda is to 1, receive and adopt the minutes of the 32nd Annual General Meeting that was held on Wednesday, 5th of June, 2024. To lay before the meeting the report of council. 3, to receive and consider the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st of December, 2024, together with the auditor's report thereon. 4, to authorize council to appoint or reappoint the external auditors and fix their remunerations. 5, to elect members of council. This agenda is dated 8th day of May, 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, the Registrar. So, having listened to the Registrar, may I now call on a member to move a motion for the adoption of the notice of meeting and agenda to enable us properly commence this meeting. A volunteer to move for the adoption of this agenda. The man in front. Thank you very much, Hassan Kasim from Jigawa. Thank you. Online, I have, let's make it inclusive. I have Olusegun Ajayi online. Can you unmute and second the motion? Olusegun Ajayi, you are recognized.
I,
So you
Olusegun
can speak.
Ajayi. I, Olusegun Ajayi, membership number 30.
Please come again. We can't hear the second part of your statement for the purpose of record.
I, Olusegun Ajayi, membership number.
Is the system afraid of your membership number? And we need that anyway. Can you just let us have your membership number?
30138. Option of the agenda 30138.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So, in the light of the motion for the adoption and the person who has just seconded the motion, may I ask those in agreement to signify that we can go ahead by raising up our hands? You can do that electronically too. Those against? So we can go ahead. Dine Avi, thank you. So we move to the adoption of the minutes of the 32nd annual general meeting. The minute of the meeting, I understand, has been circulated both physically here and online. So can we spend some time to go through it before for any possible observation, correction, and adoption? So I have 36-page minutes of meeting with me, and I believe we are all on the same page. So the page 1, any observation? I move to page 2. Names properly written. I move to page 3. I hope those who are online are following us. Page 4. 5. I have to go at this speed in order to manage our time. 6. Page 7. Any observation? Page 7. 8. Page 8. Page 9. 10, 11. Page 13 of the minute of meeting. 14. Page 15. 16. 17. 18. I move to 19, observation. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. Observation. 25. 26. 27, 28, 29, 28, 29, 30, page 31, 32. Online people, I hope you are following us. 33, page 34, 35, and we move to the last page, page 36. On the last page, I confirm that I signed this minute of a meeting. So any observation? So from what I can see, both online and physically in the hall here, we are all saying that the secretary has done a great job. So can we clap for the registrar? Registrar, you are doing well. So the minutes of the 32nd annual general meeting having been considered, will a member move a motion to adopt it? A member moving, that's Benga, I think. Yes, can you please circulate the mic?
My president, sir, standing on the protocol that has already been established. I, Mr. Olugbenga Daniel Sholari, with membership number 11246, hereby move that the minutes of the 32nd annual general meeting held at the banquet hall as professionals on Wednesday, 5th June, last year 2023 should be adopted. Thank you.
2024, you meant to say?
2024, sorry, sir.
Thank you. Seconder, online, I'm looking at Felix Ahansi from Benin. Can you please unmute? Barrister Ahansi. Can you unmute and second the motion?
Yes. The President and the House, I, Felix Ahansi, membership number 14464, hereby support the motion for the adoption of the annual general meeting of 2024. I so move.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I thank Solani and Barrister Ahansi. So, having done that, let those in support of this motion, can you signify by raising up your hand electronically and physically? Those against? Those in agreement, have it. Thank you very much. So I move to the next item on our agenda, which is the matters arising. I've been reliably informed that all matters arising have been dealt with within the past 1 year. You will agree with me that a year is enough to deal with any matters arising for a dynamic institute like yours. Hence, events are overtaking them. I therefore proceed to present the present speech to members at this 33rd annual general meeting. Thank you. And I will make my speech brief because it's stated on our website, and it's also reflected on in the paper, in the brochure before us. So I'll just speak to it. So I again respect the protocol earlier established And once again, I recognize our doyen and the incoming. Other protocol already recognized, and I recognize that too in order to save time. Distinguished members of council, refer past president, esteemed fellows and associates, respected stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound gratitude and a deep sense of responsibility that I welcome you to the 2025 Annual General Meeting of the Chartered Institute of Tourism of Nigeria, the institute we all owe dearly. Let me begin by thanking our esteemed members of council, refer past president, members of the institute, as well as stakeholders for the support, dedication, and commitment you have all played such a pivotal role in the presidential year. Your collective support has been instrumental in driving our achievement during my presidency. I am eternally grateful for this support. Today, I have the honor and pleasure to present to you the report of how the Institute has fared within the last presidential year. However, before reviewing our performance, let me provide some context on the operating environment. CITN cannot operate as an island, so we have operated within the global community. In 2024, the global economy grappled with a challenging environment shaped by tight monetary policy, persistent geopolitical tension, lingering supply chain disruption. According to the International Monetary Fund, that's IMF, global growth slowed to an estimated 3%, driven by weakened trade volumes, subdued consumer demand in advanced economy, and continuing inflation pressure. Geopolitical conflicts such as the war in Ukraine, instability in the Middle East, and energy transition challenges kept energy and commodity prices elevated, impacting manufacturing and food production globally. Suffice to say that the global economy environment has been turbulent. Other statistics and information can be found in my address, in my statement. The domestic economy. On the domestic front, Nigeria economy is poised for a positive trajectory, knowing that we had change of baton at the political level, both at the federal and the state. We are witnessing a new dimension in our economic landscape. The Central Bank of Nigeria projected a 4.17 domestic GDP growth for 2025, attributing this optimistic outlook to the ongoing fiscal and monetary reforms designed to stabilize the economy. The projection surpassed both the 3.75 GDP growth estimated for 2024 and the World Bank 3.3 growth forecast for Nigeria in 2025. We pray that all these projections will be able to work them into reality. We are in the 6th month of the year 2025. Our institute, your institute, the CITN operated within a dynamic environment shaped by national focus on tax and fiscal policy reforms, economic resilience, and regulatory changes. As the country prioritizes domestic revenue generation, CITN remains a key thought leader and convener in Nigerian fiscal transformation. You will agree with me that the activities, particularly at the fiscal policy level, has been very enormous in the past 1 year. And your institute has participated both at the National Assembly and within the media to sensitize and even to train our members on the impending policy and law changes coming. So I encourage members to stay afloat and learn more, because the changes that are coming are coming with a lot of opportunities. So let us prepare to be the beneficiaries of this opportunity. Strategic focus for the presidential year. CITN under this presidency remain committed to the implementation of the 2021 to 2027 medium-term strategic plan tagged Developing the Tax Profession. The strategic direction of the plan was aimed on connecting with stakeholders, building administrative and technical capacity, as well as forging and strengthening the strategic analysis effective communication. Therefore, this report will dwell on how well we have worked towards achieving this objective. Part of that strategic document that the incoming will be working with has to do with the visitation, engagement with stakeholders, so that we can make more impact with the economy and the people that matters in this country. In the course of the year, we paid visit to the number 4 citizens of this country. That is the Speaker of the House of Rep, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, GCON. We were also with the Attorney General, who is our member. In fact, he was in our annual dinner last year after our courtesy visit to his office. We were with Lagos State Government, who received us and also supported the Institute financially in the course of our program. We were at Borno State, received by the Deputy Governor. We were in Nasarawa State, received by the Governor, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State. Plateau State, the Executive Governor received us. It was not just a visit to the Governor of Plateau State, but your institute took our council retreat to Jos, because CITN is pan-Nigeria, and we felt we should move around our programs. So we were in Jos, in the peaceful and beautiful city of Jos, where we had our retreat, and we paid visit to the Executive Governor, who in turn was physically present in our conference, another task conference in Abuja just last month. We were with another senior member of the institute, the chairman of EFCC, in his office, and we share some ideas, some of which we go into implementation anytime from now. We have a very strong strategic alliance with ANAN, and that relationship is waxing strong. We had a retreat together, and that was great. We also did a workshop on the 2025 budget together, and that was very impactful, because the Honorable Minister for Budget actually was in our midst. We exchanged ideas, and shows the kind of attention the federal government is paying to the two professional institutes. We were also with some of the sister professional body. We pay courtesy visit on challenge stockbrokers. We signed MOU on area of collaboration, so that members of both institutes can benefit from one thing or the other. Of course, CITN is the founding member of WAUTI. So we were in Accra, Ghana during the last WAUTI conference, and I tell you, it was a memorable one, where Nigeria got the presidency of WAUTI. So we have other programs that we did in the course of the year, and I will not want to bore you reading everything. They are properly stated in our brochure. We also were in US to inaugurate the US and Districts Society, meaning that your institute has 2 districts outside the country, the first one in UK in 2023, and the most recent one in US and Canada in early this year. So we know taxation is both international and domestic, so you can't focus on one leg and ignore the other. Of importance is I'm happy that we all gave the secretariat and the registrar thumb up because the minute of meeting was first class. So your council and the leadership of the institute has also not left the secretariat on their own. We pay attention to their welfare within the limit of resources, and I'm happy it's reflecting even their output. I thank the registrar greatly for this, for holding forth to ensure that we serve the institute very well. The Society for Women in Transition, I seek the indulgence of members to please applaud this arm of the institute. That is sweet. Can we please clap for the Society for Women in Transition? They were great, and we need to say it the way it is. They added value to the institute. They were projecting us in positive light, and that is very important. What they added to the institute in terms of positive impact, if we are not related with them, or we have not given them that free hand, possibly the feasibility we gain in the course of this period wouldn't have happened. So the leadership of the institute, we have stood by the charter handed over to us by our founding fathers. So we were in every way along the road defending the charter of our institute so that nothing is watered down. And I feel personally fulfilled, permit me to have that sense of fulfillment that CITN is intact, and to God be the glory. The members' welfare is in good hand. This simplest, the chairman of that so we are not just going to be asking members to pay dues. Whenever the need is there for us to also be there for members, we will always be there. So we undo all the obligation to members in the course of this period we are reviewing. We had international academic conference, and it was a successful one. By August this year, we'll be going to possibly Port Harcourt for the next international academic conference. Catch them young. We are happy for the progress we have recorded with our members, our student members across the tertiary institutions in the country. We call them ANTAs, and they are doing very well. You need to be in their program, whether you call it debate or quiz. These guys are very great, and they have represented us very well. Membership growth has been tremendous, and as membership base, this is tremendous, and it shows the kind of belief members of the public potential members have in the institute. The last time we broke the bar by having about 1,500 induction, and I know a lot of people, a lot of applications are even waiting for November induction. Our subscription, I know the honorary treasurer will speak about this. We will still keep on appealing to members. Please pay your subscription, because this is the only thing that the blood that runs the institute. So when we have the subscription from members, we'll be able to do what is necessary and what is important to put your institute on a very great note. We have this program that we are improving on, and I will use this opportunity to thank the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, that is CITN, Taxation and You. It's the program we normally have the first Thursday of every month. That program that started some years ago has grown in leaps and bounds, and we have a lot of attendance each time, and it's an opportunity to learn a lot. We have received sponsorship from Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, and that is gratifying. Plateau State Internal Revenue Services has also supported us. including Kwara State Internal Revenue Service. We have received support, financial sponsorship from these 3 internal revenue services, and we urge others to please join us so that we can make taxation information available to our members and non-members from time to time. Digital transformation. We are constantly improving operational process and our online platform to facilitate registration, payment, and communication with members. I was very happy when I was going around the conference center in the last concluded annual tax conference, and some member one-on-one told me that our registration for the conference was seamless. It is out of the deployment of digital service to the members. So we are ready to do more, but we thank you for also supporting us in one way or the other. We thank the members of that committee. Their reports are also in the brochure we have here. We've engaged with the media. I think we have improved our visibility, and we intend to continue in that line. The Institute maintains a strong engagement with the media regarding issues in the terrorism and physical environment, as well as events of the Institute. On Wednesday, 4th December 2024, we organized a media workshop for tax and finance reporter correspondents to build their capacity. Because what you don't know, you can't give. So we have a good relationship with the journalists, the people in the media, and we intend to continue to do that. CITN e-library. To make electronic copies of CITN publications available and more accessible, we have launched an e-library where members can access the soft copy of the history book and other CITN material online. In conclusion, as my tenure as the 16th president of CITN winds down, in a few hours, I will be referred to as a IPP. And demand, I have to kind of summarize my statement so that I won't be receiving some kind of a nod from my right hand, because I know the president-elect is waiting to take over, and gladly for that matter anyway, because he has merited everything to be here. So as I conclude my tenure, I cannot but appreciate and salute the founding fathers of this great institute. I need to re-emphasize that once again, starting from the doyen of taxation, our own daddy, Chief David Olonleke, FCTI, refer past, present, as well as council members for the opportunity to serve the institute and by extension, humanity. When we make reference to the past, present, those who are not, some people may not know. The truth is that you will know the role of the past president the moment you start moving up in the top hierarchy of the institute. You know that you can't just do what you like. There are stakeholders, and the past president, there are major stakeholders that they will always give you their wise counsel. So we thank them immensely. I owe them a gratitude, a sense of gratitude for how I was guided in the past 2 years. I'm deeply grateful to committee members, chairman of district, society, esteemed members of the institute, and secretarial staff for their contribution. My friend from Oka, the chairman of Oka, and the chairman of Southeast District Society is here with us. If you ask him how he got here, it's possible he has financed himself from his purse. I was a district chairman, and I know what you people are going through, but we appreciate you, and we thank you for your labor of love for the institute. The secretarial staff, you are wonderful. And I need to say this, we have great staff in the institute. That is statement of fact. I am a very critical person, and I'm not a passive person. I always take position on any issue. So in the course of my 2 years tenure, I've taken position, and we have had reasons to disagree. But in the overall analysis, I think I've worked with a set of wonderful people. Can you please appreciate this set of people? As I was coming in, As I was coming in, a registrar who has served us for about 19 years was retiring, and we had a new one, and the new one was there temporarily or for a short period before the current one was there. So you will imagine that kind of movement or changes at the beginning of my presidency of the institute. But I'm so happy that the secretariat stood together and they made us proud. So may God bless you all. I appreciate you. Your collective effort have been pivotal in achieving the milestone we have celebrated today. Our special appreciation goes to our stakeholders and partners for the collaboration and trust in our vision, particularly the FRS. FRS has always been with us. In the last annual task conference, the level of sponsorship of their staff who participated in the conference is out of place. So we thank them, and we are always ready to also collaborate with them. We want a win-win situation, not that we are just collecting support from them, but we are also happy and willing to give back to them so that the relationship will continue to be a win-win one. State internal revenue services, businesses, the academia, enlightened taxpayers, and members of the general public. Together, we have made significant strides in advancing the tax profession and contribution to the national development. As we move forward, let us continue to work with the same spirit of excellence, integrity, professionalism that defines CITN. I am confident that with your continued support, CITN will achieve even greater heights under the new presidency and beyond. Thank you, and may God bless you all. Long live Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, and thank you once again. So we move to the next item on our agenda, and that is the presentation of the report of council and committee of council. I have been informed that the annual report and account were circulated online to members, and we also have some of them in our brochure. In order to manage our time, the report of council and committee of council, which contain the activities of the institute during the period 2024, as circulated, shall be taken as read. If this is the mind of the house, I thank you, and I take it as the mind of the house. The reports are always there for us to read. Thank you. We need to quickly move to the next point in our agenda. So at this point, there is a particular report that we can assume that you have read or that you will read, and that is the report of the honorary treasurer. It is important that we give the man who is in charge of the money you have put in our hand, CITN's corporate governance, our respect for stewardship accounting is important, and to this extent, may I now invite the honorary treasurer, Mr. Isike Kolawole Babani, the FCTI, to join us via Zoom and present the financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2024. The honorary treasurers, we will be glad to have you present your report. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my president. Distinguished members of council, doyen of taxation, our refer past president, other protocol duly observed. It is with great honor that I welcome you to the 33rd Annual General Meeting of our referred institute. This occasion presents a valuable opportunity to extend my heartfelt appreciation to all stakeholders for their steadfast commitment to the growth, development, and sustainability of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. In line with our commitment to transparency and accountability, I'm pleased to present the audited financial statement for the fiscal year ended 31st December 2024. These statements were painstakingly reviewed and endorsed by the Council at its meeting held on 14th May 2025 and are now presented for your consideration and approval. The following are the highlights of the 2024 financial statements. Members' income in 2024 was 411,518,000 as against 342,056,000 in 2023, giving a rise of 69,462,000, an attendant increase of 20%. Total income in 2024 was 1,604,628,000 naira. However, in 2023, it was 1,138,792,000 naira. And this led to an increase of 465,836,000 naira, and percentage increase of 41%. Operating expenses in the course of year 2024 was 1,012,455 naira. And in 2023, it was 808,639,000 naira. And we have an increase of 203,816,000 naira. And an increment of 25%. Our non-cash expenses, including impairment in 2024, was 166,333,000 naira. In 2023, it was 175,883,000 naira. And we recorded a decrease of 9,450,000 naira. And the corresponding decrease, percentage increase of 5%. Operating surplus for the year 2024, which is the year in consideration, was 425,841,000 naira. In 2023, it was 154,269,000 naira. And it means we recorded an increase of 271,572,000 naira as operating surplus, which is the increase between 2024 and 2023, and a percentage increase of 176. Total comprehensive income in 2024 was 431,434,000 naira, as against 164,591,000 naira recorded in 2023, giving rise to an increase of 266,843,000 naira, and a corresponding increase of 162%. Total assets in 2024 increased to 2,878,593,000 naira, whereas in 2023 it was 2,274,000 naira and 45,000, which led to an increase in figure of 603,648,000 naira, with a corresponding percentage increment of 27. Total liabilities in 2024 was 400,851,000 naira. as against 377,570,000 in 2023. And we recorded an increase in figure of 23,281,000 naira, with a corresponding 6% increase. Funds and reserves rose from 1,897,377,000 naira in 2023 to 2,477,742,000 in 2024, which means there was an increase of 480,365,000 naira in our funds and reserves, which gave us a 31% increase. Summary of 2024 financial statement. The Institute closed out on the financial year with an operating surplus of 426 million after accounting for impairment, depreciation, and amortization. This reflects a 176% increase compared to the 154 million naira recorded in 2023. This remarkable performance underscores the unwavering support of our members, that is, yourself and myself, in the course of the year, the strategic oversight of the Governing Council, and the dedicated effort of our wonderful staff. Furthermore, the Institute's total assets saw significant growth, rising from 2.27 billion in 2024 to in 2023 to 2.88 billion in 2024, a clear indicator of a strengthened financial stability and prudent asset management. The summary of the financial has also been displayed in a bar chart form to further give explanation on our performance in the course of the year. Analysis of income and expenditures, financial performance. Income. The Institute's total income grew from 1,439,000,000 in 2023 to 1,605,000,000 in 2024, representing a 41% increase. Our members' fees increased by 69.5 million from 342.1 million in 2023 to 411.5 million in 2024, reflecting an improved commitment to membership dues and participation, while self-financing programs saw a 32% increase in net income. That is, from 524.5 million to 691.3 million between 2023 and 2024, respectively. I cannot but thank our members here for their immense belief in the Institute. The sufficient, contribution and the relevant fees payable, by members was encouraging in 2024. And I want to say a big thank you to all our members that have been faithful in doing this. With this, your institute, our institute, will continue to grow in leaps and bounds. And what are the key drivers to this improvement we saw in the course of the year? A 70% increase in fellowship conferment and a 28% improvement in induction performance. Our members actually turn up, en masse for the conferment of fellowship. And of course, there was an increase in the fees payable from 100,000 to 150,000 in 2024. Successful execution of CITN Tax Academy diploma courses. In the course of the year, the Institute organized international training through our arm, which is CITN Tax Academy, to international organizations, Gambia Institute of Revenue, as well as executive diploma courses in the course of the year. And with this, we were able to achieve what we got in 2024 in terms of financial performance. However, the annual tax conference recorded a 16% decline in performance, primarily due to contingent expenses arising from a last-minute change of venue, which significantly affected the overall outcome. Similarly, the annual dinner program experienced a 119% deficit, reflecting not only the broader economic challenges, but also the logistical and financial implications associated with the venue change. In the year 2024, we already prepare for annual conference to be held at ICC, when all of a sudden, just 3 weeks to the conference, it was announced on the television that the venue has been shut down by the Minister of FCT. So we had to make an emergency arrangement to cushion this and to ensure that there was no hitch in the annual tax conference. All these logistical, arrangement actually, resulted into more money being spent, and this affected the outcome of the ATC in 2024. Despite the underperformance of the professional examination program, student income grew from 182.8 million in 2023 to 205.8 million in 2024, reflecting a 12.6% increase. The growth was primarily driven by exemption fees paid by newly inducted members. Professional practicing revenue decreased significantly from 1.6 million in 2023 to 0.55 million in 2024, representing a 65% decline. This sharp drop primarily attributed to the conduct of tax professionals admission twice in 2023, and this led to near tripling in revenue. In 2023, we had tax professional admission twice, and in 2024, it was just only once, and this led to the decline in the revenue from the admission of tax practitioners. That is, the sales of practicing stamps in the course of the year 2024. Income from publication and CITN fabrics increased from 5.3 million to 10.5 million, resulting in 97% increase. Donations, subventions, and other income increased significantly from 31 million to 144 million in the year 2024, representing a 361% growth. The surge was largely driven by the following key inflows. 50 million was recovered from the Lagos State government in respect of the 2020 annual tax conference pledge. And I want to give it to the outgoing president. He worked tirelessly to make sure that Lagos State government fulfilled the promise that was made in 2020 during the annual tax conference. President actually did a one-man show here. And I also want to thank Lagos State government for fulfilling this promise, even 4 years after. Also, in the course of the year, 14 million worth of bus donation was made by the Sokoto State government, and 20 million sponsorship from Federal Inland Revenue for furnishing the Abuja liaison office. Gains on foreign exchange also made a lot of difference. I cannot but always remember our stakeholder, that is Federal Inland Revenue, who has consistently been supporting the Institute year in, year out. The money market witnessed income turnaround in 2024, and the leadership of your institute took advantage of this. In 2024, there was a remarkable increase in the investment growth, as well as the interest that was also garnered from this. The performance was primarily driven by an increase in investment treasury, which rose from 0.67 billion to 1 billion, 1.17 billion during the period. And this is the first time the Institute will be recording this feat. In one single year, we crossed the ladder from millions to 1 billion in terms of investment in Treasury bill. We also represented this in pictorial for us to also have a clearer picture of what transpired under the financial performance and revenue. Analysis of total income in 2024. Expenditure. Still under analysis of total income, we cannot be talking of revenue without talking of expenditure. So total expenditure for the last year under review, including non-cash items, amounted to 1.18 billion, representing a 20% increase compared to 985 million in 2023. The major factors contributed to this are as follows: 6% increase in personnel costs, driven by staff promotion. Of course, we need more from our staff, and we equally need to also give in to, we need to give more to ensure that the productivity is enhanced. So in the course of the year, Council approved a 6% increase for the staff. Also, increase in running costs was as a result of high in cost of diesel for generator and PMS, for our vehicles. Of course, in the course of the year 2024, we experienced an increase in this area in terms of fees and tariff, what we paid for on generator for generator, as well as in terms of diesel for generator, as well as PMS for our vehicles. International seminars and conferences cost increase as a result of fluctuation in the exchange rate on allowances paid to the delegates. Of course, the Institute is growing and more activities is being required of us. International affiliation, international conferences, were attended in the year 2024, and exchange rates are also somersaulted, and this led to an increase in our expenditure. Staff welfare also increased by 94 due to human capital, capacity building in terms of training that were carried out for staff. Council and committee expenses also increased by 39% due to general prevailing economic situation in the country. Flight tickets, accommodations, hotels, everything has increased. And of course, to keep the Institute running, the committees as well as council, have to be, meeting up with day-to-day, responsibility and activity. Rate and utilities increased due to the inflationary rate in the country. Also, bank charges increased due to custodian fees and other charges on investment in the primary market and administrative fees. Included in the impairment charges is the receivable for rent due from ex-tenant. In this, one of our tenants left, and we had to make provision for the uncertainty of this. Although this has been taken to court and we've gotten a judgment, but the default happened in 2022, and we had to fully recognize that impairment in the account in 2024, in line with IFRS requirement. Surplus. The Institute recorded an operating surplus of 425.8 million in 2024. That is almost 426 million in 2024, as against 154.3 million recorded in 2023, representing an increase of 176%. The total comprehensive income increased massively from 164.6 million to 431.4 million in 2024, representing an increase of 162%. Although there was a reduction in financial instruments, this had no material impact on the overall performance. Financial position. Assets. The Institute total assets comprising both current and non-current assets increased from 2.27 billion in 2023 to 2.88 billion in 2024, reflecting a growth of 27%. This increase are primarily attributed to donated bus, by Sokoto State government, furnishing of Abuja office, a major overhaul of the existing bus, and acquisition of office equipment in the year 2024. Our liabilities. Current liability increased from 378 million in 2023 to 401 million in 2024, representing a 6% rise. The growth was primarily attributed to deferred interest on treasury bills. Of course, we had overlapping. Some of the investments were done. Some, fall in the interest actually fall in the year 2024, and we had to properly apportion, for this in the accounts. And this, was considered as part of the liabilities. Advance payment of annual subscriptions from members, practicing license fees, rent received in advance from tenants, and other financial obligations to contractors, contributed to these liabilities. But it is important to also mention that obligations were fully settled within the first quarter of 2025. Funds and reserve. Members' funds and reserve increased significantly to 2.5 billion in 2024, up from 1.9 billion in 2023, representing a 31% growth. Importantly, all funds are fully backed by cash assets, with the exception of the accumulated fund, which is supported by the combination of cash and other assets. This strategic approach is aimed at ensuring that our programs are implemented seamlessly and without disruption due to cash acquisition and conclusion. I want to thank Almighty God for guiding us through a smooth and successful year under the review. My heartfelt gratitude as I conclude my tenure as the Honorary Treasurer of the Institute goes to the President and Chairman of Council, past President, esteemed Council members, committee and faculty members, the Registrar and Executive Chief Executive, and the entire management and staff, particularly the Finance and Accounts Unit. I cannot but appreciate this unit, the work we've been tirelessly to achieve this result. Your unwavering support, steadfast commitment to sound financial control, adherence to budgetary guidelines, and dedication to timely and accurate reporting have been instrumental to our achievement. I deeply value this contribution to the Institute's financial integrity and overall success. In the same spirit, I extend my appreciation to my like-minded colleagues in the profession whose efforts have contributed to this success story. It is indeed an honor to serve as the Honorary Treasurer of the Institute for the year 2024 presidential year. Thank you, and may God bless you.
The way I've done, I think we can clap for the HT more. That is not a position where you get where everybody love you. It's a position whereby some people are at loggerhead with you. So to have successfully deliver what he delivered, then we must appreciate his strength in competence and in character. GST, we thank you immensely for your service to the Institute. May God bless you really good. Now, in the course of the HT's report, he mentioned something, although it was part of my report, but I didn't emphasize it. And for those who have done very well, we need to emphasize it. So, Sokoto State government gave us a bus, I think 18-seater bus for our Abuja office. That's the first time we are getting that kind of support from any subnational. So can we appreciate them? It was wonderful. They didn't just give us that bus, they also gave us some financial support. So when you see improvement of 176% year on year, when the economy is not seeing the same thing, then you know that there are sources of that improvement in our financial position. I also must emphasize that our doings our office in Abuja, Chief Olorunleke's house, that started under the regime of the IPP, was completed last year, and we are now in a brand new office in Abuja, in Wuse 3. Now, in the course of dedication or opening of that office, that building, we also did Oliver Twist and spoke with the chairman of FRS, who supported us with an amount to furnish the building. So you have a good office in Abuja, just the way you have in Lagos. Your institute is moving forward. We are focused on improving and increasing our worth. I felt I should mention that. And in the course of the treasurer's report, it says personnel cost increased by 6%. Don't take that percentage as absolute. It's just in the increase in the total figure. Some of the staff here who cannot deny got an increase of over 20%. One of them is looking at me. So it's a statement of fact. So you can't expect me to give an officer 25%, 30% increase and give a director the same percentage increase. So the percentage across the board will compensate for each other along with other information. I need to make that known to our members at this AGM. Thank you very much, our HT. We are very proud of you. You have served the institute very well, but the members will take you up. So be on standby for that. That you will get. We won't, no matter how we commend you here, the members have all the right to take you up, and we will do that. And I will support them to take you up. So on that note, may I now move to the auditors? That we check the ordinary treasurer's comment. If he has actually done well, it will also check the president's comment if we are just making mouth. So on this note, it is my singular honor and privilege to call on the firm of Ijewere & Co., led by Mr. Kunle Oyetoyan, FCTI, to present the auditor's report. You have the floor, sir.
The President, sir, the esteemed members of Council, body of past presidents, respected members of the Institute, ladies and gentlemen, I present the auditor's report for the year 2024. Independent auditor's report, and please permit me to present an abridged version of the report. Independent auditor's report to the members of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. Report on the audit of the financial statement. Opinion. We have audited the financial statement of Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, the Institute, comprised of statement of financial position for the year to 31st December 2024, the statement of income and expenditure and other comprehensive income, statement of changes in members' fund, statement of cash flow for the year to 31st December 2024, and note to the financial statement, including a summary of significant accounting policy and other explanatory information. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statement gives a true and fair view of the financial position of the Institute for the year to 31st December 2024 and of its financial performance and cash flow for the year ended in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standard, IFRS, the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act 2011, and the requirement of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria Act 76 of 1992, Cap C10 LFN 2004. Basis of the opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with International Standard on Auditing, ISAS. Our responsibility under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibility for the audit of the financial statement section of our report. Please permit me to go to page 2 on independence. We are independent of the Institute in accordance with the International Ethics Standard Board for Accountants Codes of Ethics for Professional Accountants, and we have fulfilled our other ethical requirements in accordance with ISAP's code. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Information other than financial statement and auditor's report thereon. The council is responsible for the other information. The other information comprise president statements, report of committee and faculties of council, the secretariat report, the honorary treasurer's report, notice of meeting of the annual general meeting, list of executive member, the institute management team, the council member, and officers included in the annual report, but does not include the financial statement and our auditor's report thereon. Please follow me to responsibility of council and those charged with governance for the financial statement. The council and management are responsible for the preparation and presentation of the financial statement that give a true and fair view in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standard and other chartered and the Charter Institute of Taxation of Nigeria Act 76 of 1992. True, as the council determines is necessary to enable the preparation of the financial statement that are free from material misstatements, whether due to fraud or error. Next page, auditor's responsibility for the audit of the financial statement. Our objective are to obtain reasonable assurance about whether the financial statements are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error, and to issue an auditor's report that include our opinion. Reasonable assurance is a high level of assurance, but is not a guarantee that an audit conducted with ISAS will always detect a material misstatement where it exists. Misstatement can arise from fraud or error and are considered material if individually or in the aggregate, they could reasonably be expected to influence the economic decision of users taking based on this financial statement. Follow me to page 4. We have communicated to the management and council regarding, amongst other matters, the planned scope and timing of the audit and any significant audit finding, including significant deficiency in internal control that we identify during the audit. Report on other legal requirements. Compliance with requirement of Schedule 6 of the Companies and Allied Matter Act of Nigeria. The Companies and Allied Matter Act 2020 requires that in carrying out our audit, we consider and report to you on the following matter. We confirm, 1, we have obtained all the information and explanation which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, are necessary for the purpose of our audit. 2, in our opinion, proper books of account have been kept by the Institute insofar as it appears from our examination of those books. And 3, the Institute statement of financial position and statement of income and expenditure and other comprehensive income agree with the book of account. Signed by my humble self, Kunle Oyetoyon, the engagement partner. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, the auditor. Can we appreciate the man who has crossed the figure for us? Thank you very much. The annual general meeting just witnessed the presentation of the president's statement, report of council and committee of council, external auditors report, and the honorary treasurer's report. May I now call on a member to move a motion for the adoption of all the reports presented for discussion? Yes, the pastor, we have two past chairmen, that of Lagos and Ikeja. So can you give it first to the past chairman of Ikeja district? Ikeja is the first. Ikeja is the first district of the institute, man. So let me respect the first district.
Thank you, sir. My president and the entire council members here present. I, Timothy Oluwashola Igbalajobi, like to move the motion for the adoption of the financial statement as presented by the auditor and the external auditor for comments and observation. Thank you, sir. My membership number 9811.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my president, for the recognition. I, Joel Adebayo Adeyeye, membership number 1952, hereby support the motion.
Thank you very much. We have a motion on grant, so I want to know those members who are in agreement with this, can you please signify by raising of hand, both virtually, electronically, and physically? Those in support? Thank you. Those against? Thank you. I can see the electronic hand dropping gradually. Thank you. Those in agreement have it. Thank you very much. So may I call on members, if you have any contribution or comment about the report presented, you have the floor. This is the time for you to say your mind about the report from the President's Statement, Council report, and Honorary Treasurer's report. Thank you. You have the floor. Number one. Number one. And since I've not seen number two, can you move the mic? Okay, number one, number two. So the man in the second row, your question, your observation, please.
Thank you, my president. All protocols duly observed. Permit me to stand on the existing protocols. My name is Emmanuel NDBC Kakong, membership number 8468. I want to use this opportunity to thank the president and his team, especially the secretariat staff, for job well done. Looking at the financials, that's a remarkable increase. But meanwhile, I want to plead that we should put more emphasis on debt recovery. I can see our subscription mounting there. There's no significant improvement compared with what was there last year. And I know that by the time you are having your team bonding and everything, you can look into it and devise a means that we can be getting our subscription, especially for the ones due during the year. That's my first comment. And the second one is just a slight a reference to, just permit me to note financials, where we have financial. But there is an error a bit, if I'm not mistaken. If you look at the market value per unit for 2023 and 2024, it's exactly the same figures. And if you look at the valuation, you find out that most likely it is for 2023 as of December. So my comment is that next time, let it be critically reviewed so that the right market value per unit for the current year can be stated as well and not replicating erroneously the previous one. And that's why that if you look at it, if you evaluate it, you'll be getting the same amount and not the amount reported for the current year. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The next, kindly move the mic.
Good afternoon, my president. All other protocol duly observed. My name is Bolaji Odushino, membership number 13074. I commended the auditor. My concern is the preparation, compliance with global standard. I look at the account on page 35, stating the accounting policy up to page 56. That's accounting policy. Then note to the account start from 57 to 68. There are two accounting policy and note to the account. They are related, but distinct part of the company financial reporting process. What I'm saying is that the accounting policy should stop 5.3. Then the note to the account start from 1. That on page 57, instead of note 6, that's note, not accounting policy. It should start from 1 and run down to page 68. That's the global standard. It should be distinct because accounting policy are principles and methods that the company has chosen to prepare the financial statement. While notes to the account are sections, is an extension to the other section, and it serves as elucidate the intricacy of the calculations and the rationale behind the presentation figures. That is my observation. So the point I've made is that accounting policy 1 to 5.3, then note to the account should start from 1 and run down.
Thank you very much. Any further observation, comments? So I have a man raising up his hand there. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Good afternoon, sir.
And all the members of the council. My name is Dr. Francis Olukogbon. My membership number is 3232. I just have to say this. It's an observation that if there are observations observed in the presentation of accounts, this ought to have been raised before the adoption of the financial statement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Any further? You don't have the floor. So I recognize and appreciate the comment by the last speaker recognized. Thank you very much. Democracy here. So any further comment, question? I can't see any, and so I will beckon on the honorary treasurer to respond before we move on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my president. Once again, thank you and thank you. On the issue of debt recovery mentioned by Mr. Emmanuel Nukako, I want to tell you that since beginning of this year, 2025, but since last year, the institute has, commenced, definite and focused action on the issue of recovery. You must have seen in the newspaper, either also on our website, as well as phone calls from those that are, indebted to the institute. So this is one of the concerted effort that is being done by all stakeholders, referring to the secretariat as well as the council, to ensure that recovery is, achieved. And I want to tell you, by the end of the year 2025, you're going to see a difference in this. But permit me also to use the opportunity to appeal to all of us who are still owing the institute, or peradventure we know those that are owing the institute, maybe a past colleague, help us reach out to them, that they have a duty to the institute. Some of our members, they are no longer, active. Some they've relocated, some they've changed their addresses, some their telephone number are obsolete. So many reasons, but efforts are being done even at the district level to recover, sufficient part of this money. And I want to tell you that a lot has been recovered in the year 2025, and this will reflect in our next, financial. On that note, I want to say thank you, Mr. Ukako, and again, your observation regarding with the market value, for shares is noted. Also, the issue of policies and the notes to the account also noted. This will be considered appropriately. Observations, as earlier mentioned by our last member on this subject matter of questions and observations, that is equally noted. And we assure you that your institute is growing and will continue to grow in leaps and bounds. So thank you very much and stay blessed.
Thank you very much. I'm happy members excuse me from a question. So I thank you very much for having sympathy on me. So it's a great day here. Now, I thank all those who have asked the question. The honorary treasurer has responded, and we keep on doing well. And to the last person, we opened the report for debate, having been debated and question asked, because you own the institute and everything belongs to you. If you don't give you that opportunity, then we don't have any moral or legal right to stand before you and call ourselves leaders. And having given you that opportunity and the right that rightly belongs to you, and you have judiciously used that, I am now using this opportunity to ask a member to move a motion for the adoption of all the report having been thoroughly discussed and questions answered. And a member move a motion for the adoption of the report? Yes, number one. Number two. Please give it to Ikorodu before you give it to the man in front. I don't know why all this district chairman. I thank you for being active in the institute. It's a good sign that we have a district chairman who are very active. God bless you all.
Mr. President, sir, and the entire members of CITN, I congratulated us for the 33 annual general meeting. However, based on the assignment in my hand to adopt all the financial reports from the beginning to the end as read by the treasurer and certified by the auditor, and comment passed, I hereby adopt it. I hereby move for the adoption of these financials. Thank you. My number is 30693.
Thank you, sir. Seconder.
I, Oshagbami Ayodele, membership number 28105. Hereby move for the adoption of all the report. Hereby move for the secondment of the reports.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I recognize Princess Ibila online, but that assignment has been done here. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for participating in the AGM. This process, and I'll give you the opportunity to make your comment. Is that taken? No, the man standing. We need to, we have a motion that has been seconded. Do you have a counter motion?
It won't kill it, really. My name is Obi Angonye, number 13788. When the motion was moved, it ought to be as amended. Those reports, remember, the way it was moved, it looks like it was the way it was presented, but there were comments, amendment, and all that. So it will be moved as amended or as subject to the amendment profiled or corrections put forward.
My friend in the bar, I recognize you. I recognize you. But you also know that equity will take those things not done has been done. Not so. So your point noted. Thank you very much, my colleague in the bar. So on this note, one house. Nobody should begrudge my age-long friend. So thank you very much. On this note, having successfully presented the report and the auditor's report, the financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2024, it is my pleasure to call on Mr. Kola Olibabarin, the FCTI, to move a vote of thanks on the firm of Ijewere & Co. Chartered Accountant. The HT, I know you had front and backward with them, but that is the beauty of corporate governance. So you must thank them for putting you through sleepless night. They have done a very, very good job. So you are called for a purpose. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my president, once again. The firm of Ijewere & Co., our relationship is age long, and I'm not surprised our path is, actually crossed again in these last 2 years. Late Chief Ijewere, Emmanuel Ijewere, was one of the founding fathers of the Institute, and he did a very good work while he was still alive, and we continue to remember him. So on that note, I want to say a big thank you to the engagement partner, Mr. Oyetoyo. His professionalism has actually contributed immensely to this success we recorded. He's a man that believes in thoroughness. Each time we talk, we tell Mr. Babarinde, we still have to do what we're supposed to do. Together with the audit team, I want to say a big thank you. It's great working with you and for us. It's not about the fee, it's about the service that has been rendered to the Institute, a meritorious one for that matter. On behalf of the Institute, I want to thank you for your professionalism. I want to thank you for your service. I want to thank you for the integrity. I want to thank you for believing in us And I trust God that this is just the beginning of a long-lasting relationship with the Institute. Till we see you again and again. Thank you and stay blessed.
Thank you very much. Seeing them again is in the hand of the members in this AGM. So on that note, may I move to the next issue on our agenda. The term of the firm of Ijewere & Co, Chartered Accountant, External Auditor of the Institute has expired and are eligible to be reappointed. Furthermore, the firm of Ijewere & Co have indicated their willingness to continue in office as external auditor to CITN. May I call on Dr. Mrs. Arukoyo to move a motion that the firm be retained as external auditor for the next 1 year and the council be empowered to fix their remuneration. Dr. Arukoyo, please.
I, Dr. Mrs. Ruth Arukoyo, membership number 5733, move a motion that the firm of Ijewere & Co be retained for another 1 year as our external auditors. I so move. Thank you.
May I call on okay, can you move the mic to my PP?
I think it is my duty to second that the firm of Ijewere should continue as our auditors. They have done very well. They have been there for us right from the beginning. I want to thank you very much for taking up this one. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. On that note, we have a motion before us. And so may I call on members online and present in this hall. For those in agreement with this motion, can you please signify by way of raising up of your hand electronically and physically? Thank you very much. Those against, it's your time. Thank God everybody's in agreement. So those in agreement have it. Thank you very much. The firm of Ijewere, the institute has said you should continue. God bless you. So on this note, I know some of the things I'll be doing here for almost an hour or more does not make sense to some people. I am sensitive enough to know that. So some people are here for the financial report, some are for the president's report, and some are for just any other thing, while some people are for the election. You have your right to do that. So on this note, by virtue of the act setting the CITN up, we have a powerful committee that is called a scrutineer committee. And this time around, the chairman of that committee is another powerful past president, our own high chief, Mark Anthony Dike, FCTI, who has presided over that assignment. So I've been reliably informed that in line with the charter of our referred institute, 4 vacancies existed by virtue of retirement of 4 members of council. Elections were conducted electronically via the institute e-voting platform. The scrutineers have met to review the result of the election. May I now call on the chairman of the scrutineer, Chief Mark Anthony Dike, FCTI, a past president of the institute, to present the scrutineer's report. My past president, the chairman, sir, you have the floor.
Beroka, chartered accountant, etc., etc., etc. Our vice president, the only man who is innocent here. I will remember our own innocent Ebunike, sorry. During some years ago, when Kenya hosted All Africa Games, and the Kenyans, of course, and the Ethiopians dominate the middle distance and long distance. And Innocent was just taking his time. 400 meters, 100 meters times 4. So he was taking his time, and the Kenyans were priding themselves arrogantly that they own the turf. So he was waiting for them. And the last 100 meters, Innocent increased his pace and braced the tape ahead of the Kenyan. And President Adnan Arap Moi said, when he was presenting the gold medal, you say your name is Innocent, but you are not innocent at all. How can you come to Kenya and beat us in that which we know how to do best? Our wartime general, representing our doing, our Papa, Chief David Olorunleke. I always remember Babangida paying tribute to him some years ago when Nigeria hosted Qatar in 1992. I was the rapporteur general for the conference. And Babangida started by praising Olorunleke, the tall, quiet man who we never seen in any other color of dress but white. I remember when he was an ordinary member of the Supreme Military Council in the 70s, when Olorunleke became the chairman. Olorunleke became chairman in 1978 of FIRS. Olorunleke would sit quietly behind the minister. Minister was a military general. Sit quietly behind him. And the minister would run into barrage of questions and he could not answer. He would bend over backwards. That David will whisper something to him. And then the minister will explain. Well, we'll run into more problems. But Babangida said when he became president, commander-in-chief, and the minister will always be very well. He said, no, it appears you're not getting what that man is explaining to you. Let the man step forward and explain. Say Chief Olorunleke will explain, they will understand, and they will approve. That's tribute to Chief Olorunleke. And we always want to remember him and pray for God's continuous sustenance of our doing. The Deputy Vice President, Mr. Simon Kato, the IPP, I recognize you, the Registrar Chief Executive, my fellow members, thank you very much indeed. My esteemed pleasure on behalf of the 2025 Scrutineers Committee, made up of myself, Mrs. Abimbola Oluwashade, Alhaji Hassan Hashim, Mr. Clement Obaka, Mr. Romanus Ebuehi, Alhaji Tahir Kadafo, Mr. Oji Bande, and our Secretary, Omolola Omotoiwa. We are members of scrutineers for 2025 council elections. We finish our sessions late in the night in going through the results. Luckily these days, it was not as it was in those days where everything was manual. Here, everything is online and electronic. And you didn't have to go and start fiddling with anything. Otherwise, we will be talking about something else. We finished our exercise yesterday, and on behalf of my members of the committee whose names I've read, I'm going to present the report of 2025 council elections. You can see I'm just trying to remove the pins. So this report was signed, sealed, and delivered late last night. And I'm just opening it before you now. And I want to say, with my involvement in affairs of the Institute, I think since we went e-voting, it has been a very good exercise. And I say, I wish Nigeria as a country will go that. If you also hear what the Indians are doing, there are billion in population, but they do elections and results are declared seamlessly. I wish Nigeria could equally do what we are doing at the Institute and what India is also doing, so that the results can have credibility and all of us can sleep. There's nothing like saying moving from a voting center to collation center to this. And at the end of the day, yeah, manipulations and doctoring of results. Yes, thank you. This Charter Institute of Nigeria report of the Scrutineers Committee to the 33rd Annual General Meeting of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, held on Wednesday, 4th June 2025. Protocols duly observed. In exercise of the powers of Council of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITN has provided for in Section 3, Paragraph 14, election into Council of the Charter of our Institute. The Council appointed the following members to serve as scrutineers for the year 2025 Council election. I beg your pardon. The first, my humble self, Chief McAnthony Chidolue, DK, FCTI, past president, Chief Scrutineer. Number 2, Eda Romanus Arobejia, Ebuehi, FCTI, Scrutineer. Number 3, Mr. Clement Ubaka Nweke, FCTI, Scrutineer. Number 4, Mrs. Oluwashade Abimbola Daramola, FCTI, Scrutineer. Mr. Oje Omguga Bande, FCTI, Scrutineer. Number 6, Mr. Hassan Hashim, SCTI, Scrutineer. Number 7, Mr. Kadafo Usman Tahir, SCTI, Scrutineer. And the last but not the least, Mrs. Omolola Olatomiwa, Secretary. The mandate of scrutineers was to conduct elections to fill the positions that became vacant due to the retirement of 4 members of council at the end of today's, that will become vacant at the end of today's proceedings, being Wednesday, June 4, 2025. The council engaged the under-listed 2 organizations as support service provider, for the smooth delivery and quality assurance of the electoral processes. Number 1, Deloitte and Touche, quality assurance auditors. Number 2, Chams PLC, IT service provider. Furthermore, Mr. Adeboyega Nasil, the head of the CITN ICT unit, provided additional support to the 2 organizations where necessary. Number 2, meetings. 3 meetings were held in total, as highlighted below. First meeting was on Tuesday, May 6, 2025, which was the inaugural meeting, and it was online. Number 2, Wednesday, May 28, 2025, scrutineers and support service providers meeting, which was the opening of the voting portal on a hybrid basis. Hybrid in the context of the fact that not all members were physical present, some were online. Number 3, Tuesday, June 3, 2025, scrutineer support service providers meeting and closure of the election, unveiling an analysis of election results, which certainly was done physical. Now, inaugural meeting. The inaugural meeting was held on Tuesday, May 6, 2025, during which modalities for the electoral processes were considered and adopted. The adopted. 2, flag off event to open the e-voting portal and voting exercise. A hybrid meeting was held on Wednesday, May 28, 2025, at which meeting the committee unanimously agreed to flag off the commencement of the e-voting exercise at exactly 12 noon on voter.com.ng portal, in line with the approved checklist. Consequently, to ensure that no eligible vote member was disenfranchised, aggressive awareness campaign was carried out by sending messages via SMS, via emails, WhatsApp, and SMS repeatedly to eligible members. A customer dedicated care line for complaints and inquiries was made available via the Institute's website for voters in case they encounter any difficulty in casting their votes. 3, closure and analysis of the election results. The e-voting portal was closed on Tuesday, yesterday, June 3rd, 2025, at exactly 12 noon, in line with the approved checklist of the committee, the presence of the scrutineers, and virtual attendance of 2 support service providers, CHAMS PLC and Deloitte and Touche. However, during the closure analysis of the election results, the following scrutineer members were unavoidably absent: Elder Romanus Arebojier, Ebuehi FCTI, Mr. Oje Guga Bande FCTI, and 3, Mr. Kadafo Usman Tahir, ACTI. Now, some kind of a statistical array for 2025. Total members of the Institute, excluding the number of those inducted in the year of election, was 30,306, 100%, of course. Total number of eligible voters was, and you know, when you talk about eligibility, you must be financially up to date. 12,497, making 41.2%. Total number of votes cast was 7,079, which constitutes 56.65% of those who are eligible to vote. And total number of votes not cast was 5,418, which constituted 43.35%. It is pertinent to note that total membership of CITN as at Wednesday, May 28, 2025, the date of commencement of the voting exercise, was 30,306 members. However, only 12,497 members met the criteria to participate in the voting exercise. It was also noted that the percentage of those that were eligible to vote was only 41.2%. It is hoped that there will be an improvement in the number of eligible voters going forward. It is also pertinent to state that eligible members totaling 7,079, representing 56.65% of the members of the Institute, actually exercised their voting rights in the election, which is very commendable indeed. While 4,418 members, representing 43.35% of eligible members, did not cast their votes. Furthermore, the law confirmed that no member voted before or after the election portal was opened and closed respectively. It was further affirmed that no member cast more than 4 votes. And when we talk about 4 votes, there were 4 vacancies. Deloitte and CHAMS confirmed that there was no discrepancy in the election. Hence, the committee certified that the election was free and fair. And if we look at comparative analysis of election results from 2022 to 2025, total members of the Institute, excluding number of those inducted in the year of election, was 30,306. That is for 2025. 2024, 29,879, 2023, 27,263, 2022, 25,752. You can see there is an upward, movement in the number of members that voted. Now, eligible members, 12,000 for 2025, 497. 2024, 9,810. 2023, 8,538. 2022, 8,511. Now, total votes cast. In 2025 was 7,079. 2024 was 4,495. 2023, 3,984. And 2022, 3,495. Of course, percentages cascade down, accordingly. For this year, 56.65. So there is, this year has been the best because the previous year, 2024 was 46%, 2023 was 47%, and 2022 was 41%. Now, item 3, issues, challenges that arose from the voting exercise. Issues that emanated from the voting exercise are stated below. The first issue is notification channels. The voting system was designed to notify members through 3 channels: email, WhatsApp, and SMS. So that some members had issues with their email addresses, especially those using Yahoo email addresses. So they have to watch it. There were also some members who had issues with their telephone numbers, such as incorrect phone numbers or missing digits. Therefore, such members could not get their PINs via the SMS and WhatsApp platform, since both were linked to their telephone numbers. On the issue of eligibility list, the lawyer complained that the institute allowed the eligibility list to be worked on late because some subscriptions were not made early enough. This led to the payment information being uploaded manually to the system, thereby creating undue pressure. Then the issue of billing system. It was observed that the billing system had challenges. For instance, it was found that 12 members were billed wrongly. 7 fellow members were billed as associates, while 5 associates were billed as fellows. On our recommendations in respect of this, members should be encouraged to update their profiles with their most recent information. Also, members should always fill in their correct telephone numbers to enable the institute to reach out to them. 2, scrutineers be constituted early, at least 3 months before the election, to ensure a well-organized process. This is to ensure due implementation of the previous committee recommendations and follow up on the new checklist. Number 3, to facilitate verification, the list of eligible members should be uploaded in batches from the first week of April to the website according to schedule, allowing members to confirm their names in a timely manner. Number 4, these societies are to be encouraged to actively promote voter participation among their members so as to boost overall turnout in the election. Now, number 4, presentation of results. I know that's the one that everybody will be actually waiting for. But then you must prepare. I must wait your appetite for the big news. We don't want to start from the high hill. We should climb. You climb the hill rather than descend. At the conclusion of the voting exercise, the results in respect of the 9 members of the institute who contested for the 2025 council elections are listed below. We must congratulate them. Number 1, Mr. Abidaku Oluwatayo Funsho, membership number 9620, votes received 3,648. Number 2, Aino Olujimi Olufemi, membership number 27180, Vote received 2770. Number 3, Akindele Akiola Shehu. Membership number 22106. Vote received 2821. Number 4, Fowoko Titilayo Enito. Membership number 6855. Vote received 4544. Number 5. Hold it. Hold it. You don't want to be charged for contempt. Hold it. Number 5. Hecop Dan Philip. Membership number 9245. Vote received 1565. Number 6. Mabuzo Monday Emeke. Membership number 9877. Vote received 2365. Number 7. Okorafo Ezinwa Nwanyeze. Nwanyeze. Membership number 6742. Vote received 3789. Number 8. Oyedoku Godwin Emmanuel. Membership number 9987. Vote received 3364. Number 9. Usman Ibrahim Alpha Dairai. Membership number 4380. Vote received 3450. Consequently, in the light of the outcome of the 2025 e-voting exercise, as declared above, the scrutineers hereby declare the following contestants with the highest number of votes as elected council members of the Institute for the next 3 years, that is from May 2025 to May 2028. And the list is as follows. Number 1, Powoko Titilayo Enito. Membership number 6855. Vote received 4544. First position. Number 2, Okorafo Ezinwa Nwanyeze. Membership number 6742. Vote received 3789. Second position. Number 3, Abidaku Oluwatayo Funsho. Membership number, hold it, 9620. Votes received 3648. Third position. Number 4, Usman Ibrahim Alpha Darai. Membership number 4380. Vote received 3450. Fourth position. On behalf of the 2025 Scrutineers Committee, we wish to express our sincere appreciation to the President and Chairman of the Council, Mr. Samuel Olushola Agbeli, MNI, FCTI, FCA, and other council members of our great institute for finding us worthy to serve the institute in the conduct of this year's council elections. We congratulate the winners and wish those who did not win now the best of luck next time. Thank you for listening and God bless us. Duly signed by Chief Makanto Nchidolue Dike, past President FCTI, Chief Scrutineer, Mr. Clement Ubaka Nweke FCTI member, Mrs. Oluwashade Abimbola Daramola FCTI member. Number 4, Mr. Hassan Hashim FCTI member. And finally, Mrs. Omolola Omotoyiwa, our secretary. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you very much, our revered past president. Okay. Sir, let's take care. Okay. Can we appreciate our revered past president once again? On behalf of council and members of our great institute, I appreciate the job done by the scrutineers and thank them for the selfless service to the Institute. I congratulate those members elected and re-elected to council and wish them the best of luck in council. To those who lost the election, I wish them better luck next time. And may God bless all of them who have offered themselves to serve the Institute. Thank you, and may God bless you all. Now, to the next item on our agenda as we round up this meeting. I have any other business before me. And I've also been duly informed that there's no other business that can be statutorily discussed since none was brought forward before now. So on that note, may I call on the about to be 17th president, Mr. Innocent Oagwa, the only innocent man in our midst, as acclaimed by our referred vice president, to move a vote of thanks on the president if he deserves it, council members, committee members, and other members who sacrifice their financial and other resources to ensure the stability of the Institute in the past years, and particularly during the year under focus. Distinguished members and other here present. On this note, I call up the incoming to do us the honors of vote of thanks. Thank you, sir.
My system president, the revered past presidents, and the doyen of our great institute, ably represented by Chief Gabriel Fashoto, council members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my greatest pleasure to appreciate the system president for the job well done. In the course of the system president's remarks, he said whether I deserve it. Sir, you deserved it multiple times. Well done, sir, and we pray that the greater and the exit is yet to come. And for the council members, I say thank you very much for your role, strategic oversight in ensuring that the Institute and all the things we are doing are moving on well. For our revered past presidents, your role cannot be described because you are the cradle, you are the pathfinder, and you are the hope to which we have all keyed in. And we continue to appreciate you and acknowledge your immense role. For the secretariat and other stakeholders, I say thank you very much for your consistency and for upping the game in your work. The registrar and your team, you are doing very well. And in my place, when you are told that you are doing very well, you are being challenged to do more. My DVP, IPP, I know that you are the oracle. So I already appreciated you. So any omissions so far, I say thank you very much for all your support to the Institute and to this administration. Thank you and God bless you all.
And so we all thank the incoming for thanking us. It's hour of service we soon start counting. So thank you for what you have done so far for the Institute. So on this note, and having exhausted all the items on the agenda, I have the privilege to call on a member to move the motion that the 23rd Annual General Meeting be formally closed. Yes, the man in front, second row or third row, can you move the mic? Can you move the mic?
Mr. President, all protocols duly observed. My name is Glory Omogoro, membership number 14171. I hereby move that this annual general meeting, the 23rd, be adjourned till the next annual general meeting. I so move.
Thank you very much. May I call on Princess Ibila online to unmute and second the motion. Princess.
Yeah, thank you, my president. Membership number 8223. I second the motion that we adjourn this AGM until the future date. Thank you very much.
Thank you, our dear princess. Those in agreement with this motion, can you please raise up your hands? Those who feel we should still stay more in this hall, can you signify? So those who believe we should, and those who are interested in me ending my presidency in few hours, you have it. Thank you very much. God bless you all. On this note, may I call on Alhaji Hashim Jigawa to give us a closing prayer. Please move the mic to Alhaji.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين من ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amen. Thank you very much. So can we have the CITN anthem followed by the national anthem? Technical, please.
We all put integrity and service with God on our side. We shall attain the dreams of our founding fathers to achieve a tax-driven economy. CITN, CITN, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, promoting tax compliance culture. CITN is soaring higher. CITN, CITN, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, promoting tax compliance culture. CITN is soaring higher.
That's not them.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve. be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace all battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty Nigeria may be blessed.
you.